So I retake the exam and I fail by 1 point. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I've been gone for a couple of months and I know I say that every time I post a video and I'm sorry, but I have a valid reason. And I don't know if you guys caught my last video, but I am in nursing school and I've been in nursing school for about a year and I want to get more personal with you guys. And I thought what better way than to bring you guys with me on my nursing journey. So let's get started. I'm going to talk about how I got into nursing school, which happened a year ago today actually. So I'm going to give you guys a little background. When I was younger, I knew I didn't want to work in a 9-to-5 Monday through Friday type of job. I knew I needed some type of action to keep me going and I wanted adrenaline to get me to work. When I was younger, I either wanted to be a firefighter, a cop, I wanted to be in the SWAT team, I wanted to be a doctor, so many different things that required some type of adventure. And when I got to high school, I was either on the fence of being a nurse or a cop. And this was the same even when I got into college. I didn't know which route I wanted to go. But luckily, halfway through getting my AA, I did decide that I wanted to be a nurse. I wanted to take a 6-month break from school because I was working full-time and I was living on my own, and it was really stressful dealing with school full-time, working full-time, and having to pay bills. So I told myself I'll give myself a 6-month break and then I'll go into a nursing school. So then I applied to a university in Miami, ended up moving to Miami, spoke with my advisor, and I wasn't able to get into the nursing program there because I believe you needed to get A's and B's, and I had some C's in my transcript. So my advisor did suggest for me to get a degree in psychology and then do the bridge onto the nursing program there. And I was like, no way am I gonna do that. That's too time consuming, that's too expensive. And luckily, my aunt who lives in Miami, she graduated from a nursing school 3 years prior, and I went into that school and I inquired about their nursing program. And in order to get into that nursing program, I had to take the ATI Test. So the ATI Test, what it is, it's basically a nursing entrance exam test. It tests you on your basic math, reading, writing, and English and science as well. I know a lot of schools around the country require you to take this test to get into the nursing program. I found myself struggling to study for this exam, and I kind of got cold feet about getting into the field of nursing. I kept questioning myself, if it's this hard for me to have the self-discipline to study for an entrance exam, how much harder would it be for me to, when I do get into nursing school? Is this really something I want to do? Is this really something that's going to make me happy? Long story short, I decided not to go into the nursing program. I decided not to take the exam, and I ended up moving to New York City. And I lived there for a couple of years, and I pursued another dream of mine, which is dancing. I love dancing. I took a lot of classes there as a dancer. I even had a huge opportunity to perform at a big event. And then after a while, I did decide, okay, maybe I am ready to become a nurse. And this is actually April of 2018, last year. April of 2018 was when I was like, okay, like I need to get back into school. So I was looking all over New York City. I was even looking at schools in New Jersey, and I needed to find a school that would let me start right away and that would take my transcripts. I couldn't find any schools that would take my transcripts or any schools that I was able to start fall of 2018. I would have had to wait until fall of 2019 to start the nursing program. And so I started looking for schools back home in Florida where my mom lived, and I did find a school where it was down the street from my mom's house. And to get into this program, you had to take the ATI Test. The ATI Test is the same as the ATI Test. Some schools require you to take the ATI, and some schools require you to take the ATI Test. The good thing about this school was I was able to start July, so just a couple of months from April. So I took all of May to study for the exam. I flew back home to take this exam, and 2 days before I had to take my exam, I experienced a tragedy. One of my best friends passed away, and it left me devastated. So crazy how God works, because God brought me home, you know, for me to start my journey into nursing, but he also brought me home so that I can grieve the loss of my friend properly, because I wouldn't know what I would have done had I been all the way in New York City, away from the environment that I needed to be in order to grieve my best friend. 2 days later, I had to give myself a pep talk and push my emotions aside of what I was going through currently, and I took the exam and I failed by 2 points. Yeah, I failed by 2 points, and I wasn't even upset. I wasn't even angry. If anything, ironically, it felt like a sense of accomplishment because I had put this on for so many years. And honestly, like, the fact that I even took the exam was a victory enough, because I was already dealing with another set of emotions that I couldn't really allow myself to be disappointed in failing an exam by 2 points. So luckily, I was able to retake the exam before starting the nursing program in July. I rescheduled for that same week, but unfortunately, I wasn't emotionally all there to take the exam, and I spoke with my advisor, and he was very understanding of the circumstances that I was going through at the time, and he said I could reschedule to take the exam in June. So that's what I did. I went back to New York City. I worked my last days of work. I packed all of my things, and I came down to Florida in June, got ready to take my exam, and I'm like, okay, I was only 2 points away. Like, I got this. I had another extra couple of weeks to study. I'm definitely gonna pass this exam. So I retake the exam, and I failed by 1 point. Yeah. And at the time that I retook the exam, I had 1 week before classes started in July. So I was initially going in for my BSN in nursing, and in order to get into the BSN program at this school, you had to get a 75 or above on the ATI Test. And so my advisor suggested that I can go the ADN route, which is the Associates in Nursing, because you did need a 65 or above to get into the Associates program. I didn't want to go through the Associates route because a lot of the hospitals that I want to work for, they require their nurses to have bachelor's degrees. And in my mind, I'm just like, how am I going to get a job as a nurse? How am I going to compete with other nurses who have bachelor's degree in nursing as opposed to, you know, someone who has an associate's degree in nursing? My advisor, he assured me at the end of the day, I'm still going to be a registered nurse whether I have an associate's or a bachelor's. I'm still going to be able to acquire a job just as a person with a bachelor's would. I'm still going to take the same classes. I'm still going to take the same clinicals. The only difference is the bachelor's program in this school just requires more research and writing papers. At this point, I was just like, you know what, whatever, like, I need to start right away. I've been putting this off for too long, and it costed money to have to retake the test, and I was already stressed with moving all of my things from New York City to Florida, and I was already dealing with the stress of losing my best friend. So I was like, you know what, I'll just go in through the associates program. And I've been in school for the past year, and it's been amazing. I love the fact that I got into nursing. Like I said before, I wasn't sure if this was something that would make me happy, but since I started getting into the field, since I started doing clinicals and working with actual patients and learning about, you know, their conditions and learning how to care for them, this is actually something that I know I'm going to be very happy doing. This is actually something I know I'm going to wake up every day and be excited to go to work, and I know I will be happy even in the stressful times of the job. So that's my story on how I got into nursing school. I'll do another video for you guys on how I studied for the ATI Test exam, how I'm managing through nursing school. I got about less than a year left until I graduate, and I'm so excited. Thank you guys for watching this video. I can't wait to bring you guys on the rest of my journey with me. I'm so excited. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.